Hello and welcome. You are watching Alpha Interview. I'm Blair. Since last year, most of the capital cities in Australia are experiencing a downturn. The median house prices in Melbourne and Sydney has dropped 4 to 8%. However, buying a home is still feeling out of reach for many Australian first home buyers. With the positive changes of state government's first home owner grant, is there any good ways to make it easier for first home buyers to buy a home? Now, with me in the studio today, Mr. Alan Long, founder and CEO of property marketplace platform Swooper, to join us. Alan, thank you very much for coming on the show.
Thank you very much, Blair. Thank you very much for having me on the show.
First, could you please give us some background information about you and your company?
So I've been specializing in creating innovative and commercialized software products for around a bit more than 10 years. And myself is a software engineer and a data mining specialist in the telecommunications space. I can see the potential of how big data are able to help revolutionize the real tech space, especially when it comes down to selecting the right property and matching it with the right buyers.
Right.
And if it's done right.
Right. That's why you create Swooper.
Yeah, correct. Swooper is a property tech company that works for the buyers. So our aim is to be able to create an ecosystem that help the people, especially first-home buyers and young Australians, to be able to enter the property marketplace. So we're offering an innovative incentive model and property advisory services with no cost.
In Australia, we know that most of the home buyers tend to visit realestate.com or domain.com firstly for searching their property. So how do you differentiate your platform with these big property websites? What's your unique advantages?
So really good question, Blair. We are very different as a platform from domain real estate. So domain real estate are basically advertising-centric platform. And what I mean by that is that their business model revolve around advertisers. And it's all about providing the best advertising service for their clients. For example, their search engine are prioritizing the listings based on highest marketing budgets. So us as a platform, our core essence is all about providing value for our buyers. So our search engine are solely prioritized listing based on buyer's preference and nothing else. And plus, we are end-to-end servicing portal. So all our online inquiry are accompanied with the offline property advisors who are trained, working at your best interests, trying to work you every step of the way during the buying process. So make sure that you're not only buying something that fits in your budget, rather than something that can fulfill your personal goals and objectives.
So how do you make sure your advisor make the best recommendations for buyers?
So majority of a traditional real estate agent have 2-3 listings they're selling at a time. So most have 10. So we acting as a platform have more than 250 projects at this time and are looking to onboard more than 80% of market new properties on the marketplace. And with this model, we try to make sure that our property advisor have a wide range of selection to find the most suitable product for our buyers. On top of that, we also provide a rating system, making sure the buyers are on the driver's seat. So after every consultation session, buyers are able to rate and give a review for our property advisors. If they're not satisfied, we'll replace them with another property advisor. So make sure that you get the best services.
Right. So you mentioned your advisory team, and what other things that you have with your website?
So yes, we're working directly with the developers. With no middleman involved, meaning that we can get the best deal and best term for our buyers. On top of that, we also introduce innovative money-back scheme for our buyers. They could potentially refund back up to 25% of deposit they put in at the settlement time. And plus that, we understand that Australia is a diversified cultural country. So we build the team around that. So making sure that you are being looked after and by someone who share the same cultural background, same personal value, and speaking the same native language.
With these functions, I believe it is quite a smart way to help them to find the right property. Except for buyers, I've also noticed that your websites provide career opportunities for professional agents. So is this business model the same as P2P platform like Uber or Airbnb?
So We are a little different to a P2P platform like Uber and Airbnb. What's similar with what we provide is that we provide genuine qualified leads, clients to our property advisor. We call the partners. So they can solely focus on building the relationship and nurture the buyer journey and provide the best possible professional service for our clients, and we handle the leads.
Right, there's simply nothing else like your Swooper. So how do you make sure if it's working? What's the proof of the concept?
So as what I say, we have more than 250 projects and already listed with us, and having developers that are backing us and believe in the vision. So we are already generating revenue in the very early stage and have a proven track record of forecast revenue and leads coming along the way.
Right. I know that Swooper has had property listings in New South Wales, Victoria, and Queensland. They are the top 3 most popular and expensive states. So are there any expansion plans in the future?
So I'll sort of break down into 3 stages. So our objective first is to try to nurture and perfect our model to be able to provide the best service for our buyers. And then once we nurture and perfect the model, our next phase will be to be able to replicate this model to everywhere around Australia. So to be able to create more stock selection for our buyers, and as well as providing a wider regional coverage for our services.
We've talked about a lot of great aspects of your company's operations. Let's now talk more about your financial position and revenues. What is your revenue models? Do you need a capital raise in the future?
So we are a transactional-based platform that we get the money from the vendors. So we just stay with no charge for the buyers, and we want to stay that way for a long time. Unlike any real estate platform out there, we are already generating revenue in the pre-launch stage, and will be profitable in the early to mid stage of the venture. And correct, so as any real estate platform out there, we are looking to expand nationally in the next 24 months and be able to onboard and saturate 80% of market share in the next 24 months. With that expansion, we are seeking for, so we are currently in pre-Series A, and our aim is to close our Series B with an investment pool of $5 million in the next 24 months to basically to sponsor for staff expansion, marketing expansion, building brand awareness, R&D development for the existing product, and as well as the app development in the future.
Right. For the investors that they are probably interested in your investment, where can they find the information about this investment?
So I do create a data center for our investors. It's transparent. I'll shoot it through LinkedIn, or you can call me on the mobile phone. It's all there.
Great, very exciting times ahead. Looking forward to hearing more good news from you and your company in the future.
Thank you, Blair, and thank you very much for having me on the show, and looking forward to see you.
I'd like to thank Alan for joining me and you, our viewers, for watching. I'm Blair. See you next time. 大家好，我是以诺，感谢收看今天的节目。如果您想要观看更多的澳财网视频节目，欢迎点击屏幕左边的播放列表。您也可以点击下方的按钮订阅我们澳财网 YouTube 频道，获取最新的澳洲财经资讯和评论。